burnt sienna, cadmium yellow, cadmium red medium, or cadmium red light. And just do this movement with your brush to do the roof. And you'll see once it's, once we start adding different colors, it will look really good.
So my house where I was born
Mm-hmm.
had this color on the outside.
The red
and
color?
It had the tile roof.
Oh, nice.
And when my mother wasn't watching, I would go get the ladder
And go up?
climb up. And there was always birds nesting in the tiles. And I would catch the birds, the fledglings, like the little birds that just hatched.
Wow.
That was our pastime.
Yeah.
I climbed the ladder. I was like, I don't know, 6 or 7, 8, maybe.
Oh my God.
I would climb the ladder.
Wow.
Like,
Wow, you're lucky you didn't injure yourself somehow.
yeah. Well, I think I would have been more injured from my mother if she had.
Yes. Yes.
Did you ever tell her you did that?
I don't know if I did, but I was a really good girl. But I remember I did some nasty things. I cut her sheets one time.
You did what?
I took a pair of scissors and cut her sheets.
Oh my God. Why?
I just cut the edges.
Why?
I don't remember, but I remember.
See what would happen.
I don't remember. I told her that one, and she called me some names which I won't repeat. And I also put the kitchen on fire.
What?
Oh my God, Estero, really?
Astero,
You're
very naughty
What, you
girl.
don't really-
I was a really good girl.
You call this good girl? Wow.
She had these doily like papers that she lined her shelves. Like she didn't have like a case with glass on it. It was just like open shelves, and she had these papers that she cut out so it looked lacy, so that and then she would put the cups and dishes on top. So I tried to see how well they burnt, and then they all caught on fire, and I remember being scared.
Wow, Estero. Never thought that you would do that.
I'm surprised you lived to tell the tale.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh my God. My mother would have skinned me.
Well, I was the baby, so I think I got away with.
With murder.
Yeah, I can tell you're resentful because you're probably the oldest, are you?
Yes. I was always blamed for what my sisters did. So
I understand that, Lael, because we paved the way for the younger ones, you know?
Yes.
That's what I did. I paved the way for my sister.
Yes.
Did your siblings ever sit next to you and start screaming and go, "Mom,
Yes.
he's hitting me"?
All the time. Then you'd be like, hey, it wasn't even that hard. I didn't hit you that hard.
My husband's brother used to do that. His younger brother is a real clown. He used to do that to his brothers, and they like without them doing anything to him.
Without the
Oh.
He would just do it on purpose to get his mother going.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's such a clown. He still is a clown, but in a fun way.
So now, what I'm doing now, do you want me to slow down a bit?
Yeah, stop, please.
Slow down, okay. Okay, so we have burnt sienna, some orange, if you have any orange, ivory black or any black, burnt umber, yellow oxide or yellow ochre, and unbleached titanium or titanium buff, whatever you have in that, or even if you don't have unbleached titanium or titanium buff, Naples yellow would do. Naples yellow would be fine. So this is what I do usually. I put my colors down. I'll show you here.
That's what I'm using.
So this is the orange. So you're using Naples yellow, John?
I'm using the yellow, what do you call it? Naples yellow, yeah.
Naples yellow, yeah, Naples yellow. Yeah, Naples yellow would be a good color too. And any color you like, you know, it's just, there's no specific specific color that you need to have. This is burnt umber.
Oh.
This is black.
If you don't have black, can you use Payne's gray or no?
Yes, Payne's gray will be fine.
Okay.
If you don't have black, Payne's gray will be fine, but a little bit of it. What kind of Payne's gray do you have? What is it? Liquitex?
Yeah.
Liquitex?
Yeah, liquid.
Okay, good, because it has less blue in it.
Okay.
Than the usual. This is titanium buff or unbleached titanium or Naples yellow, whatever you have. And this is the yellow oxide or
Naples yellow.
no,
Yellow ochre?
yellow ochre, yellow ochre.
Yellow ochre?
Yeah. So this is what I do. I put these colors down on my
Palette?
palette. To show you what I'm doing here. As long as you can see color and you can see the tiles, rooftop. Okay. I'm going to take my burnt sienna, a bit of orange. And again, this is, I'm doing this carefully, okay?
The same brush, Leal?
Yeah.
Are you putting that color on all of them or just here and there?
No,
Randomly?
randomly.
Okay.
Now, you can just clean your brush at this point, and you really don't have to show each one of those. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. So you see some of them, you can see them crisp, like you could see it. And some here, I'm gonna kind of blend. So you don't want to see each one of them very defined. Some of them are defined, some of them are not. Okay, I am cleaning wiping my brush. I'm gonna pick up some yellow ochre or yellow oxide and mix it a bit with my, you can see that this, I'm being careful too, because this is kind of the second layer, and I am highlighting slowly. I'm gonna come here and then, oh, this is too much. That's better.
And every row has to be the same layout with the other
No.
row?
No,
Ah, no. Okay, okay. That's my very serious question
for today, for tonight.
for today, for tonight.
I am going to go over here and put some with yellow ochre and,
You clean your brush every time you do that?
pardon?
You
No,
clean,
no,
or you just mix everything?
I clean it, I wipe it here.
Oh, okay.
I just wipe it here. But at this point, because I am highlighting Estero, I need to see that this movement of the round movement I'm doing, I need to see it.
What
now.
size brush are you using, Leal?
This is brush number 4.
4? Okay.
4. Now I'm mixing some, I don't want everything to be orangey. So I'm mixing burnt umber with a bit of titanium buff. And I'm just going to come here. Oh, perfect. That looks great. Good.
So are you going over the ones that you started off as orange? Are you
Yeah.
adding yellow highlights over them?
Yes, yes. The ones, the orange ones that I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, some of them, not all of them. I'll probably keep some orangey and some highlighted with a different color. This is going to be a bit
Okay, this is too much work.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Too much.
This is Estero. You're the one who
Why
is.
didn't you put a hole in there, in the hole in the roof then?
Do lines. You can just do lines.
No, it doesn't look the same. This is the whole. No, listen. I'm gonna come and smack you if you do that.
You can't. If you were in your studio, you might.
You have to do it because this is the whole idea of this painting is rooftop. This
You are
is
not the boss of me.
Fight, 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 fight.
Oh gosh.
oh my God. Okay, that doesn't take that long.
Mhm.
Go get a glass.
Continue, teacher, continue, don't listen.
Okay, go get it. Esther, go get a glass of wine.
I already had one.
Oh my God.
Okay.
You have one and you okay.
Estero, 3
That's
days.
why, Estero. That's
3
why.
days.
You
What's
can
that?
concentrate.
3
You
days.
can. Because you're drinking too much.
Wait, that's my sanity. Okay, so you said something with burned umber. Black and burned umber?
No, burnt umber and orange.
Oh, burnt umber and orange.
Yeah. So you don't want everything to look too bright. You want something. You want some of these styles to look to have that earthy tone to them.
And it doesn't matter if your tiles are a little bit fatter than your tiles, right?
If
Oh, no.
doesn't matter if you what? You what?
The tiles are a little fatter than than your tiles.
Yeah, mine are very voluptuous.
Yes, same here.
How fat? How
Mm,
fat are we talking? Like how?
Oh, yeah.
couple more pounds than yours, that's for sure. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
We'll show you at the end.
Too much information, too much complaints, ladies.
What happens when I make meatballs? You know, I start off with nice little meatballs, and then they end up looking like hamburgers, right? I mean,
What's happening here?
Meatballs.
So just to backtrack, it's burnt umber and orange, or you can do burnt sienna and orange, and then there's yellow ochre and what?
Yellow ochre and a bit of the titanium bleach or titanium unbleached titanium, yeah. Or again some yellow ochre and orange. You can mix and match. It doesn't have to be
Do whatever you want, right?
yes,
Whatever
I think
colors.
That's the
Okay.
gist of it.
exactly. You can do whatever you want.
Did pour some
Yeah.
red wine on it too. Red roof.
So when you get to the edge of this, edge of the canvas, just it doesn't have to be detailed there. You just kind of mush them up a bit.
Push them up.
Yeah. You can have just kind of detailed ones in the front, and then the more you go back, the less detail you're going to see. How about that?
Mm.
Better,
Better? Okay.
better.
Oh, we're all quiet now.
We're trying to make the even meatballs.
Okay, what's that now?
The noise,
Yeah.
Astero's noise all the time.
Oh, I'm not doing anything.
Oh, you don't
Um,
remember you from the studio? Zigzag, zigzag, zig, all the time.
no, I'm
my
very
God.
organized now. I've organized
Oh,
my,
you are?
my
Okay.
page, so I don't have to be, rummaging for them.
Ah,
I like the ones that look almost pink.
The what? The
They
ones
look
where?
pink.
Pink?
They look pink, pinky. The ones on the
That
bottom,
roof
like
looks
right
so
at the
good.
bottom, they look a little
So
bit pink.
good.
In the original one? The
Yeah, the original.
okay. So when you're doing as well, the ones in the back, darken them a bit when you get to the edge.
with what color?
Burnt umber.
Burnt umber. Eh?
Yeah, burnt umber. Some burnt umber in there. Okay, we're getting there.
You can put this on your resume now. You're a roof tiler.
Clay roof.
Oh,
You're a
Specialized.
perfect one.
All right, so then I go back. What I do is I go back a bit with a bit of highlights, because you have to wait for acrylics to dry, and then when they dry, sometimes it dries too dark. So if you find that some of them are flat because they're dry, you go and you add a bit on top, just the top, just a bit of highlight.
I'm getting variations of red and brown and pink and
that's good.
orangey.
That's what you want.
Yours looks very yellow. Is it yellow or is it the light?
No,
The
it's
Oh,
color,
Laos,
the brown
Laos looks like a
Sarah.
variation too.
no, it's the light. It's the light. This
And
is
the
more
brown
here
sometimes.
it's more orangey in here. I tried last week after the class, I stayed here for like an hour trying to figure out how to fix adjust the settings for the light, for the colors.
Mm.
I went to settings of zoom settings and the camera settings. And I changed some things, like it's okay, it's better than before. And I bought a new light too, but I don't know, still.
It's nice. But if you're using different brands than ours, There is difference in the
And
color.
the paint, you mean, and the paint?
I mean, yes, the
Paint,
paint.
yeah.
Could be true. Yeah, it could be that.
Okay.
We're almost there.
It looks amazing.
Very nice. Bless you.
Thank you.
How is the weather in Florida now?
Oh, it's hot and humid now.
I'm glad I'm not there.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed last week's weather, but that's okay. I could be home.
Exactly. Do you swim, Lorna?
Yes, I do.
She does a
Bravo.
lot of outdoor exercises. Like she plays tennis and she swims and she like takes
Yeah.
advantage of the outside, not like us. We sit down and do nothing.
Not like us, like you're exercising more than us.
Who?
You.
Oh, no, but when I go on vacation to a hot country,
Oh.
I don't do any of this stuff.
But I think you would if you were staying for a longer period of time.
Probably.
If
No,
you
I
were
don't-
there
like,
for 3 months, you would.
I stay over 3 months in the hot weather, I'll be gone. Like,
Die.
no, I'll be grumpy and no, I don't want to do any of that stuff. I don't, hot weather and me, nah. No, I'm like Chester. Me and Chester, we both
Good.
like hot weather. We can't move in hot weather.
Well, you wouldn't like it here now then.
No, absolutely not. I'll be very, very grumpy.
Yeah, first week of humidity.
Okay, so now you're going to ask me, why did I mention the black? Why do I have black?
Between.
Please ask me.
Why do you black in between?
Why do I have black? I have black because this is the reason why I have black.
Is that a planted question?
You didn't ask? Did you ask?
Somebody,
Why do you have black?
Okay, I have black because now that everything is you know, I have all of the colors on the roof, I might want to go in with some black, take black and take, let's say, burnt sienna, and just clean my brush, come over here in between and soften a bit in between. If you find that what you have done is flat, like really flat, you lost the curve in between, or you lost the darks in between. This is what I'm going to be using black for, to separate.
Only black? Only black?
No, black with, no, black with burnt umber or burnt sienna, but probably burnt sienna more than burnt umber, actually.
And the front curve too, huh?
Yes, the front, over here, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So not the lines I see, not the lines, not everywhere, no?
No, not everywhere, no. If you find that some of them are flat, because they have, when they curve in, they're darker. Like from here, like look, from here to here on this one.
Yeah,
it's
yes.
Flat. It's really flat right now, right? So I want it to curve it, and the only way to curve it is to darken the side. Darken the side a bit with black and burnt sienna, but wipe your black, wipe. So I take burnt sienna, I take black, mix them together like that, wipe. So it's like a dry brush. What I'm doing right now is dry brush. And like I said, not everywhere. You don't need it everywhere. You just kind of, where you find that it's really kind of, you lost that that curve a bit.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be, it shouldn't look repetitive. It shouldn't look exactly the same. It shouldn't, it should look like it's random here and there. Again, wipe my brush, so dry brush. And here we go. I'm going in and I am kind of trying to curve them a bit. You know, sometimes when you're painting, especially with acrylics, because the acrylic is a flat color. It's not like oil. Here we go, that's much better. So there's a big difference between, if I put the camera on this, there's a big difference between this and this. If your color is too thick, wet your brush, and you know, if you find that you're getting, oh, that's why you don't want. It needs to be very soft, kind of. There.
Oh, boy. Well, this is for sure my style. Not yours.
I know it's not your style, and I know, I'm sure Mike is putting effort too, because Mike is not into detail, but sometimes, you know, sometimes we have to.
Got to go to the challenge, huh?
It was so good until we had to do these tiles.
All right, so if you have a lot of flats and you don't want to go through this movement that way, with the corner of your brush, just kind of, although, I mean, it's not the same style, but that's okay, it works too. Sideways, side, there we go. That, as soon as I did this, the whole thing curved. Now, another, if you want to go through more detail, which you don't want to, I know, but I'm going to still mention this. You can take a small brush round, dip it in black and a bit of burnt sienna again, wipe your brush and go in. That gives it a bit of more detail as well. And you can adjust those, you know, if some of them are too wide, too small, too big, too
What color is that?
black and burnt sienna. The same thing I did for the, ooh, geez. Whoa.
Yeah.
The same thing I did for the side, for the shadow.
Yeah.
Hi, Lilac. Where's Lilac?
Here.
Ah,
Hi.
comment ça va?
Ça
bien?
va?
Ça
Oui,
va?
ça va. Mhm.
You just came from work?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh, it was
Missed
better.
all the good stuff.
Yeah, well, it's recorded. Everything is recorded, including all of the laughter that, you know. So you're not.
You say can be held against you, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. So, do you want me to show you how we started? Do you want to do that or?
No, I'll watch it on the weekend and I'll catch up. I'm gonna
Okay.
just watch what you're doing now.
Okay, good, good.
And
All right. So I'm adding a bit of
tweak
detail.
a little bit. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna fix a little bit what I messed up last session and I'll be ready for this one on the
Okay.
weekend.
Perfect. How is your, how is work? How is it going?
Good, good. I'm still doing well.
Good, excellent. Now for this part right here, all I'm doing is I took a round brush, I'm putting black, and I'm just doing a small kind of half a circle at the bottom.
That's where the birds were nesting.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
And you'll see it more. Actually, usually what I do before I do this is I put the, I take burnt umber and a bit of titanium buff.
That's the underside.
Yeah, yeah. And this is like, I added a bit of black now to my burnt umber. I'm doing this part. So now at least I can see when I put, because it was first on very dark background. I didn't have any color here. So now when I put the black over here, I can see it. John, do you use black for this? What color do you use for this part?
You asking me?
Yes,
Black.
black,
Say
yeah. Yeah, black. It has to be.
But
really-
I don't have the same kind of shade that you have.
Okay,
I'll show it to you when I'm
sure.
in a minute.
Yeah. I'm sure I have to stop the recording very soon. Otherwise, I'm not gonna get, I'm not gonna have enough. And you really don't have to make them even. You know, if they're not even, those lines that I'm putting right now, it doesn't matter. They don't really have to be even. It's actually nicer if they're not even.
So I find like mine are too even.
Too even?
Yeah, they look too.
Okay, they don't really have to.
Mhm.
Some of them could be on an angle, some, you know what I mean? Like, look, this
Mhm.
on an angle. So you start with your round movement.
Right.
It's the thick, it has to be soft. It doesn't have, it shouldn't be like you have a pen with you, a
Right.
black pen, and you're doing this. It shouldn't, it should be random. And soft, because there's so many of them, these lines, that if you put them too even, it looks too heavy, too much.
Mhm.
This is not California. They've got that kind of roof, but theirs is brand new. Everything is brand new and straight.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, you don't want to, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to show that it's kind of too even.
Yeah, my house is
An
gonna
old
be.
village in Italy, I guess.
Sorry.
This is an old village in Italy, I guess.
Yes, it is, or in Portugal, or in
Oh, yeah, in Europe.
yeah. Now in between, I have black, but when I use black that's mixed with something. So it's always mixed with a bit of burnt sienna in that black, and it's a soft brush. So I'm going to go in between, and I'm going to just kind of from, not everywhere, in certain areas, add a bit of, enhance that dark in between, not everywhere. It shouldn't be everywhere again, because then we're doing that again. We're doing the harsh line. It shouldn't be a harsh line. Actually, if you see a harsh line, you have to soften it. You need to soften it. Okay, good. Okay, so now
They
with
look
my
like clay pots, huh?
Yes, yes.
Because they're small and short. Mine are not that short, but they look like old clay pots.
Which ones?
Let's see.
No, the ones on the picture itself.
Oh, yes, yes, they're not even.
In
Okay,
fact, they taper, huh? They taper.
in the picture.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what I'm going to do is kind of, if I find that all of my, because again, acrylic settles, and when it settles, it changes. Sometimes it can be, it can turn flat, it can turn too dark, too light, too much the same color. So with my round brush, I'm just gonna put a bit of, change some of these colors a bit into, if I find that I have a row of the same color tiles, just with that round brush, play around with this a bit. So when you have those separation of line here, those lines that separate the tiles, those lines going across should be soft lines. There shouldn't be harsh, strong, black, even lines. And to do this, you use a round brush and you use liquidy kind of paint. So your paint shouldn't be too strong, too thick. So I'm sorry, I should be doing this. Burnt sienna, black. Clean my brush. And then just come here. Just a suggestion. So when it dries kind of semi-transparent. It's not drying black. It's drying as a soft, transparent color. And again, I try not to have a line that's like this. Can you see? Okay, yeah. Even, that goes from one side. It's like I'm doing this in between.
You do, or you?
No, I'm trying not to have. So
Not to, not to.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do is put my brush and then go like, go kind of random instead of exactly the same, like with a pen.
Yeah.
I think that looks great. You know, once you start getting into it and then you're doing the right thing and you like it and you're having, you know, listening to music and having some wine and whatever it is really fun.
You feel like it.
Oh my God, you get into it and you really enjoy it.
And then you do all your paintings with rooftops.
Yep.
Okay, enough.
Enough. We didn't start yet.
That's John. John has been
I
working.
know.
I'm not doing that, what do you call it? That line, that dark line underneath. Have a look.
That one? Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Let's see.
So what I'm doing with this right now is it's different than what I was doing here. I'm just putting a bunch of colors just because there's a lot of dark tiles in that corner. I really don't have to show each one of those individual tiles like I was doing with the roof. I'm kind of putting color right now. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just adding color. And what I'm going to do after is go back with my brush and create a shape of tiles, separate them.
Here's some busy.
So right now I'm just trying to put color. And the reason that I'm mixing a bit of black in those colors that I'm using here. Even with the titanium buff, I'm mixing a bit of black because these rooftops right here are dark. They're kind of earthy. And only black can do this, can give you this earth tone. It's not muddy, it's just earthy. Now I can go back, take a bit of orange. Clean my brush, make sure that,
So between, you did already the black, right?
it's not pure black, it's mixed.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean the dark,
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you taking black right now?
I'm mixing, I'm putting black, but my brush has orange on it, like it's with orange. So what I'm doing is I'm actually darkening my orange. I'm making my orange more earthy because I have to wait for the color to dry. See what it's kind of more earthy down here. It's not as bright as this one here, because that one there in the reference, it is like black earth color, a lot of it. So I'm preparing, and I'll show you right now what I'm going to do. These tiles right here, are way bigger and larger than the ones down on the reference. So there's another way of making them narrower. I'm taking black and I'm gonna come over here and I'm just gonna with black. Actually, it needs a bit of, instead of just black, I'm gonna add a bit of burnt umber in my black. It's just black is too strong. And I'm gonna make them a bit narrower by shading them on the side with my black and burnt umber. A very soft shading, and soft because I'm adding water to my color. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just making them kind of as if they're narrower by shading the side.
Oops.
Now I'm going to take black, the same brush, and I'm going to come here and I'm going to do exactly the same what I did with the rooftops there. I'm going to kind of separate them a bit, like
Mine looks like chocolate. I want to eat some.
Mine look like spring rolls.
yeah.
Oh my God.
So with this one, what I did is I put colors on and then I'm separating them now. Like I'm putting those tiles, I'm drawing the tiles in, but I put colors first. Okay.